Good morning. This is your daily motivation with YNL. Now, I know we're in the middle of the corona season and we're not being oblivious to what's going on in the world and in the country right now. We know it's a difficult season and, man, I know it's hard. We are cooped up in the house. We don't know what the future holds. But you know what? There's no point sitting there and not doing anything about it. The only thing that you can do is work on you. So that's why we are bringing you this daily inspiration. So I hope it's touching your life. I hope it's changing your mindset, okay? So let's talk about discipline. Now, I was speaking to a hotelier a while back. Actually, I was speaking to somebody who wanted to be a hotelier a while back. And he told me, man, I'm so inspired about the hotel industry. And this is just what I want to do. I told him, are you sure? So after giving him some pointers, I told him, you know what? Get into the field, get into a restaurant, get into the kitchen and see whether you like it, see whether you're sure about what you want to do. And it was very difficult. And he started rethinking his career and decided, you know what? Maybe I want to do something else. And you see, the reason why many of us sometimes we struggle with the disciplines of life. You know, you come up with something, you say, I want to wake up early in the morning, or I want to work out, or I want to quit smoking, or I want to quit this habit of drinking, or whatever it is that you're trying to do, or whatever habit you're trying to break. But after 2 weeks, after 2 months, you find yourself falling off the horse and you're asking yourself, why can't I be able to do anything right? Why can't I maintain this discipline? And it's very simple. You need to look at your vision. We talked about that. We talked about where you need to be. That's your vision. We talked about who you need around you. That's your circle. Today we are talking about what. That's a discipline. You must tie your discipline to the vision. If you don't tie what you do on an everyday basis to where you want to be, after the excitement and the motivation wears off, you're going to lose that motivation to actually keep doing that thing. You're going to lose the inspiration to keep waking up early. You're going to lose the inspiration to keep reading books. Why? Because you don't know why you're doing it. You have not tied it to your vision. And every vision has its own set of disciplines. The vision of being a pilot has its own requirements. The vision of being a hotelier has its own requirements. If you want to be a hotelier, you must be in the kitchen. You must be able to stand for 18 hours a day on your own 2 feet, carrying sufurias, carrying meat, carrying food all over the place. You must be able to stand there and deal with the hot oven and deal with the cold room. When you look at chefs, they've got scars all over their hands because of the ovens. If you cannot count the cost for your vision, you won't be able to stand whatever it is that you want to achieve. And that's why they say if you can't stand the heat, then get out of the kitchen. That's the cost of being a hotelier. You must be able to carry a tray for hours on one hand, carrying drinks, carrying food. That is the cost. Have you counted the cost of your industry? Whatever vision it is you want to achieve, whatever goal you want to achieve, whatever you want to become, have you sat down and said, I want to be a doctor? Congratulations. What does it need? I need to be ready to do school for 7 years. I need to be able to handle blood. I need to be able to deal with cadavers. I need to be able, have you sat down and actually counted the cost? If you don't count the cost, then what will happen is you're going to get shocked when you're halfway through your dream. You're going to get shocked when you realize some of the costs that it takes for you to become what you want to become. So don't look at the benefits. Don't look at a doctor driving a big car and you're thinking, man, that is the right career for me. Man, you will be so lost and you will be so frustrated. Count the cost of what you want to be. Go and research and find out, what does it take to be a medic? What does it take to be a pilot? What does it take to be an engineer, to be an architect? Go respect that industry enough to do your homework. And once you count the cost, then you must find your why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to become a doctor? Why do you want to become a pilot? Your why must come from within you. It cannot be because you're imitating somebody else. It cannot be because you want to be like this other person. Because if you order what I order, then you must be ready to pay the bill that I pay. And many times we fall off because halfway through the course, we realize I'm not ready to pay that bill. And I don't want you to go through that. I want you to audit your life. I want you to audit your vision, audit your why. And make sure that the reason you're doing this thing is because you really want to do it and not because you want to keep up with your neighbor. Some of us do the right thing for the wrong reasons. You're in a marriage and you're thinking, I don't want to leave her because what will the neighbors think? What will people who look up to me? I mean, everybody is sending couples to us for us to do counseling. What will they think if we start fighting? And you're doing the right thing for the wrong reason. I'm not telling you that you need to leave. I'm telling you you need to audit your why. Because when the storms really start beating on your marriage, you're going to fall off because your why was not strong enough. Your foundation was weak. So don't just do the right thing. Check and find out, why am I doing this right thing? And I know that you're going to succeed. All right? This is your next level. Keep growing. Stay inspired. Cheers.